Things are changing across the world. Relationships and friendships are not forever things. They change. Okay. Matter of fact, they say countries have no friends. Countries only have interest. Okay. Countries, especially Western countries, okay, they have no friends. They have interest. If the interest is good, you become a friend. If there's no much interest in you, you're not a friend at all. And that is something many Africans don't understand that. Because Africans believe everybody that smiles at you is a friend. That is how colonizers came and took over Africa, because they came with friendly smiles, taking you about, we're bringing you a new God, a God that actually listens and functions. I don't know, as if Africans' prayer back in the past never used to go anywhere. I'm just asking, the prayers of Africans before they arrive on the continent, was it be exhausted? Was it be listened to by God or not? Was God listening to African prayers back before the other people came or not? Crazy stuff. Well, Botswana, yes, Botswana. You see on the map, beautiful place, lovely people of Botswana. But something drastic has happened. The UK has imposed visa requirement on Botswana. The United Kingdom now requests visas for all Botswana nationals, including for short visits. This is crazy. This is crazy because they never used to need this. Okay, there was no need for this before. Look at this country, Namibia. The Germans, many years ago, went to Namibia and they unalived many Namibians. That was one of the first genocide in the world, of this era. They unalived the Herero people and many other nations in Namibia just because they didn't want to listen to them and obey them. They killed many of them because they did so much atrocity. Botswana, which was a free country back in time, decided to cooperate with the British so the British could sort of take them as a protectorate to protect them from the Germans, because they didn't want to be subjected to that type of situation. Very, very sad. Now, Botswana has had a very good relationship with many countries. It's actually one of the most peaceful countries in Africa, one of the best democracy in Botswana. Let's talk about Botswana very quickly before we get into the detail. Number one, Botswana has the highest elephant density in Africa. Yes, Botswana hosts over 130,000 elephants, the largest population in the continent. So if you want to go to a country where you're definitely going to see elephants, it's Botswana. I'm not sure whether they eat elephant for dinner, but yeah, there's a lot of elephant in Botswana. Number two, Botswana is the world top producer of high quality diamonds, with the industry contributing over 80% of its export revenue and nearly 1/3 of its GDP. So Botswana has a lot of diamonds. People talk about diamonds. Yeah, in Botswana, you're going to find out. Look at the size of that diamond. Look at this one. The biggest diamond in the world in Botswana, my brother. Botswana is widely regarded as Africa's most stable democracy. That's number three, fellas. We're talking civil liberties and press freedom are generally respected in Botswana. They respect you in Botswana. You can date whoever you want, brother. Not just because she's a girl that's some sort of a military dude or a colonel or general likes, you disappear. Yeah, in Africa, my brother, you go after a woman and some general want her, you disappear. They won't see you. Even if the girl doesn't want the guy, you will disappear. Some African countries are real shithole countries. I'm telling you, shithole countries. Let's say there's two ways to go. You go on a car this way and that way. You see a car coming against you just because it's a colonel or a general, and you open your mouth, you're going to disappear. Well, that doesn't happen in Botswana. It's a peaceful, respectful country. The police won't just break into your house and tell you, hey, oh God, get. No, none of that. Look at this. This is in Nigeria, okay? This is in Nigeria. They're slapping someone. Imagine the policeman or serviceman beating somebody up just because he's wearing uniform. In Nigeria, just because you're wearing uniform, you can do whatever you want to a civilian with zero accountability, and y'all talking about a country. This is crazy. I'm sorry. I'm not attacking Nigeria. This is not limited to Nigeria. You will see it in most African countries. But Botswana is not like that. People are treated with respect. It's a country. In Botswana, something very, very good that you're probably going to lack. The government will pay you $20,000 to marry as many wives as you can. Yes, fellas. If you want a wife, you get 20,000. You get a second wife, you get another 20,000. Why? Because there are too many women, too many beautiful women, very little number of men. So the parliament voted about this. They're not going to give you 20,000, but you must be 6'8" one minimum. No short man, no big stomach. And I'm just kidding. I'll say you can. Anyway, let's get back on track. Now, the UK has imposed restriction on Botswana. Now, Botswana people will need visas before they go to the UK. Back in time, they had a good relationship. People from Botswana could just, hop on a flight and go to the UK. Unlike people from Ghana, Uganda, Tanzania, where they have to go sit on the line, wait and pray and fast, hoping that the embassy will respect them enough to give them their passport back clean. Botswana could actually go to the UK with no problems. Now, the UK accused Botswana of misuse of this policy. What they're saying is, number one, they see a surge of people applying for asylum. Okay, there are people applying for asylum. It's never happened before. But since 2022, they've seen people from Botswana applying for asylum in the UK. Botswana people usually go and don't stay. Okay, they go to other people's countries and come back. I'm sorry, don't get it wrong. Many African people will go to your country. If you're American, they will not come back. I'm sorry. I'm just being honest with you, and I'm telling you the truth. I'm always going to tell you the truth here. And whoever doesn't like it, you can call me out and we're going to fight. Okay, I'm down. We can fight. How you want, bare knuckles or with gloves, we can fight anyhow you want. Just write me a letter, fine, we can fight. Okay, many African people will go to America and return because they believe life in America is much better than Africa. Is it true? Question mark. Well, many people will say to you, America is not necessarily better. I mean, you're going to have to work 3 jobs to maintain a lifestyle you can maintain without working in Africa. I'm just being honest with you. Africa is not that bad after all. We have running water. We have food. Look at the food. Look at these big houses. This is in Africa. You don't believe that story they tell you about around the land that we're suffering in Africa and a lion came into our compound. We had to run away to America. None of that. Now, Botswana people don't go to other people's countries and stay forever. Like Ghanaians do, like Nigerians do, like Cameroonians do, like Senegalese do, like Congolese do. I'm being honest here. Botswana will go back to Botswana. Well, since 2022, they noticed that Botswana people have been registered as asylum seekers. So something has changed. Well, look into the policy of Botswana. Something has changed as well. Botswana has got this new program, the Golden Passport route. Botswana recently rolled out a Golden Passport scheme offering citizenship through investment. Okay, this could be one of the reasons why they're going through this. So what is this Golden Passport scheme? It's basically if you have $75,000, okay, you invest in Botswana, you can get a passport. Why? Because Botswana wants to diversify their means of income. Diamond has been one of the main means of income for the country, accounting to 1/3 of the GDP. So they want you to invest into electricity, energy, investment, and many other things. If you're willing to deposit $75,000, they're going to give you the passport. And obviously, now people from other countries are investing in that money, to get the passport. Why would you want a passport from Botswana? You're probably asking yourself. Because Botswana is one of the toppest passports in Africa. One of the best passports in Africa, where you can go to many countries as much as 85 destination visa free. Okay, let me just cite you some of the countries that are top when it comes to passport power. Okay, we have number 1, Seychelles. Seychelles number 1 in Africa with 156 destinations for free. Number 2 is Mauritius, 149 destinations for free. Number 3 is South Africa with 103 destinations for free. Number 4 is Botswana with 85 destinations. Number 5 is Namibia. Then Lesotho, then Eswatini, Malawi, Morocco. What do you notice? And Kenya, number 10. What do you notice? Seychelles, Mauritius, South Africa, Botswana, Namibia, Lesotho, Eswatini, Malawi. It's Southern African countries. Now, except for Seychelles, Southern African countries seem to be respected more in the world like other countries. Maybe because they are democratic in reality, where no general can actually just pick you up and throw you in the dustbin and walk free. Like in Nigeria. Forget about Nigeria right now. You don't want to trigger my Nigerian brothers right now. Now, so that's one of the accusations. The other accusation is some people are going to Botswana, marrying Botswana girls, getting the passport, then going to other people's countries with the passport from Botswana, then asking for asylum. So that's dirty on the reputation of Botswana. Are UK people allowed to go to Botswana visa free? Like I said, Botswanan people used to go to UK with no visa. Now, are UK people allowed to come to Botswana? Up until now, yes. Even though the UK say from now on, you must apply for a visa. People from UK can still go to Botswana visa free. Is this fair? Question mark. Should Botswana retaliate? Or should Botswana fix something Now, that's depend on Botswana's choice. Will Botswana prioritize its relationship with the UK or prioritize its Africanness, helping other African people with shuttle countries to get opportunity to get passport from Botswana so they can run away from it? It's not because they love Botswana they're acquiring Botswana's passport. It's because they want to run away from Africa. No, who want to be used? Nobody wants to be used. Even the richest person in the world don't want to be used for his money. Does that make sense? Now, the UK has imposed some border control. So airline will now face £2,000 fine per passenger if they board Botswana national without proper documentation. So if you get into the airplane and you go to the UK and your documentation is not correct, the airline will be fined £2,000 per person. So that's a way to protect themselves as a government and also put pressure on airline companies. Well, this is a trend right now. I mean, it's happened to Namibia as well. This is Namibia on the post. Namibians now also have to get a visa to the UK. Many years ago, they never needed to get any visa to the UK. They could fly. South Africans could fly to the UK and Canada, I believe, or the other way around. It was Namibia on the UK, Ireland, and Canada, where people could go for free, no visa, until many Africans came from other African countries, went to those countries, marrying, lying to those ladies, getting passports, and running away. That is very sad. Then people talk about shit old country and you get upset. They're not talking about my country. I mean, you got to respect yourself, man. You have some self-respect. You know, I mean, if I were a president of a country and you come to my country, you get my passport so you can go to another country and apply for asylum, I'm banning your entire country from coming in. Let me know how you feel about this. Is the UK correct? Should Botswana retaliate by saying, okay, from now on, UK cannot come into my country in the name of dignity? Or Botswana should say, you know what, I don't want none of you guys' businesses. Because in other words, the UK says because we have to scrutinize with the people you're accepting with your $75,000. We don't know those people. They could be dangerous to our country. But the problem is Donald Trump offered a very similar thing to the world. He said if you give $1 million, you get the American citizenship. Now, did the UK say to America, all those people getting the American citizenship need to be scrutinized? They didn't say that. But for Botswana, who are asking for $75,000, they want to scrutinize them. They want to actually drop down completely the relationship with Botswana. Is this fair? God bless.